this is roving. This is what you're going to need, and it comes in a bunch of different varieties. There's merino, there's carded, there's silk and bamboo, there's just a bunch. I get mine from a place called The Weaving Works in Seattle, but I'm sure that you can find it online. I know a lot of the Etsy shops have merino available. You can dye it yourself even. I don't choose to do that because it's just an extra step that I don't have time to do, so I get it dyed. So, let's talk about the things that you're going to need. You're going to need a bowl of cold water. You're going to need a bamboo mat. I'm sure you can find this in any craft store next to the sumi brushes. That's where I got mine. It's pretty durable, so I like it. Next thing that you're going to want to use is some kind of hand soap, dish soap. Try to find a gentle one though, because if you use like palm olive or Dawn or anything like that, then it's really hard on your skin. And you can wear gloves. I prefer not to because I like to be able to feel the felt changing on the hands. Okay, so let's get started doing this. So when you first start out, you're not going to put your hands close together like this and try to break it apart because it won't work. You're going to keep your hands at the ends and it's just going to come apart really, really easy. Start out with the tealy color. So make sure that it stays going the same direction when you pull it. Just going to pull it gently like this. And this is really important. You take the top and you're going to want to roll and see how the sides, see how it's kind of sticking out on the sides. I like to take my fingers and pinch it. Try to get all the air out of it as possible. So then you just roll it into a really nice ball and continue to pinch and hold it tight. The less air in there, the better, because then your ball will fold nicer and uniform all the way through. So you take it like that. And then you again pull down like this. And what you're going to want to do is, because we rolled it this way, you're going to roll it the opposite way. So the felt actually is going to cover up that. So we take that over and then again pinch it and roll. Any loose fibers you find, just pull them up, pinch, and roll. You can make your beads any size that you want. Just remember that they're going to shrink down a little bit more than half of the size that you make them to be before they're felted. So again, we're going to go the opposite way of what we rolled, and I'll show you that. See? And pull. And back to the pinching. It's Boomer! Take a look at Boomer! He's my baby. Okay, Boomer wants to felt too. And Coda. Hi guys! Okay. So I think that's a good size. So I'm going to show you now how to felt this. So start some water. Make sure it's warm. Put some soap on your hands. I used about a nickel size soap. Make sure your hands are very slippery. Pick up your ball, set it in the center, and take some water and go right over the top very gently. And then start to roll. And when you roll, you're going to be very, very, very gentle. Not putting very much pressure on it at all. You'll feel it start to change, and it will become firmer the more you roll. And then when it does start to become firmer, then you can start applying more pressure. And you can go a lot faster with it. So this one's already felting pretty fast, as you can see. So if you could bring the camera over here, I can show you the bamboo mat trick. I like to keep warm water running on my bamboo mat while I do this. The warm water helps it felt quick, and I can roll the ball in water when I want that. So I'm going to roll it on my bamboo mat like this. I'm not going to put pressure on it yet because it is still very soft. Pick it up, drop it down, roll it through the water, just around, and make sure that you roll every single side of the ball on the bamboo mat, or you will have it flat on one side, lumpy, you know, it's not good. You want nice and uniform. Roll it through the hot water again. Very hockey. So now it's really starting to felt. I can feel that it is getting pretty firm. So I'm going to roll it through the warm water again. And I can feel that it's a little bit dry, so it's not slipping very easily on my mat. Keep rolling it. So I'm going to add a little tiny bit more soap to my hand. Back on my bamboo mat. Roll it again underneath the hot water. And now we're going to shock it. So we're going to put it in the cold water. We're going to roll it around. And when you do this, it makes the fibers kind of stick to each other. Makes everything, this is like the glue. And back to the bamboo mat, through the hot water. Put it back on my soapy hand just so that it can move around a little bit easier. So, okay. Oh, yes. You hear something? Come here, come. Come here, boys. Okay. Oh, yes. There's people outside. It's very exciting. Okay. So this is very firm now, so I'm going to put it again in the cold water. You're going to probably go right back to the mat again. Roll it, make sure that you get it on all the sides. And you're not going to try to like press it down, you know, but you're definitely going to put some pressure on it. It takes some practice, but it's very fun, very rewarding. Okay, so turn off the water, put it in your ice bath, roll it around. And there you have it. And so what I do is I have my beads and I go ahead and I put them in the dryer. And I don't worry about, you know, them really too much right now being round, because what I do is I make up about a dozen or so, and I stick them in there, and I put them on a full cycle with nothing else but them, and they come out perfectly round. All right, thanks for watching my tutorial, and you can check out my website at sweetandmorbid.com. All right, have a good day.